Right now, somebody within 10 kilometers of you is searching for exactly what you do. And they're not gonna call the best one, and they're not gonna call the one with the most reviews either. That's the whole decision. Whatever could take about 4 seconds of their time is what's the one they're gonna choose. The customers just never enter your world at all. And certainly the gap that's causing it is almost always the same. So that's not a service problem, it's a collection problem. And it's one of the very few things in your business that you can genuinely fix in about 30 to 60 days. In the next 20 minutes, I'm gonna show you the entire system, how to build the one link that removes all of the friction, and how to turn it into a QR code, exactly where to put it, physically and digitally, an email campaign that pulls reviews out of customers you served years ago. Hey everybody, I'm Adam from Saltarelli Web Studio, and we build websites and help design SEO systems to rank you #1 on Google. And the systems I'm explaining today are exactly what I apply to my clients that I've helped rank up on Google #1 in the Niagara region within the first 60 days. So let's get into the video today. Before the mechanics, understand why this matters more than nearly anything else you do online. Most owners treat reviews like flossing. Yeah, you probably should do that, but it's never something urgent. They're not flossing, and that's the lever. Here's how local search actually works. Someone types in electrician near me, and Google shows a map with 3 businesses on it. That's the one local pack. And underneath of it is a bunch of blue links that nobody really clicks. Everything happens in those 3 main spots. What decides who's in them is roughly 3 things: how close you are, how relevant you are, and how prominent you are. You can't change how close you are because that's where the customer happens to be standing. Relevance you can push with your profile and a good website, and prominence is just largely reviews. How many, what rating, and how recently they arrived. So of those 3 levers, the one you control most directly is the one most business owners completely ignore. But forget the algorithm for a second, because there's a simpler version to the argument. You're the customer. You have 2 tabs open. One business has 200 reviews at a 4.7 star rating, and another one has 9 at a perfect 5. Which one do you call? Well, you're probably gonna call the 200 one every single time, because the 9 reviews just doesn't read as a small local business. It reads as somebody that's never even been here. And the perfect 5 makes it worse, because 9 flawless reviews looks like friends and family just did a review on it. And that's the real cost. It's bigger than ranking. Even when someone finds you, the number ends the decision before they read a word of it. And that's what should actually bother you. You already earned those reviews. You did the work hundreds of times, and every one of those jobs was a review that existed for about 4 minutes and then evaporated because nobody asked. In part 1, and it's the thing everybody underestimates. Nobody's refusing to leave you a review, they're just quitting halfway through. Are you asking them months after, when they're sitting on the couch and the last thing they're thinking about is your job? If you are, then that's why probably people aren't responding and giving you reviews. Plus, let's not even talk about the people that have to go ahead and then do the review for you, because they have to open their phone, they have to go on Google, they have to navigate your business if it even shows up with your SEO rating, then they have to go all the way down, find the box that they give a review in, and then type it out. That's a lot of steps someone has to do just for an act that doesn't benefit them in any way. So all the reviews you could be getting might just be from people that don't know the steps or don't really remember what you did in the first place. So the people that might want to give you reviews just don't know the place to go, or B, they just totally forgot about it. So the whole idea here is just to make it easier for those people, to lower that barrier to entry, lower friction, and just make it easy for them to say nice things about you. And that's the whole idea, which is exactly what's bringing us to our first build, the Google review link. It's one URL that skips every step above and opens the write a review box directly. Already loaded, the right business, and 5 stars, easy, ready in one tap. And there's 2 ways to get it. So the first option is to go into your dashboard and click on the Ask for Reviews or Get More Reviews button. From there, you can click it, go into your Google business profile, and then copy that link. Now, when you go send that text out to somebody to request a Google review, that brings them directly to that review box. So it's easy as ever for them to go ahead and say nice things about you. Now, another reliable way is just to go into Claude or ChatGPT and say, hey, give me my Google review link so I can go off and send people some text that link them right back to my review box. And it'll be able to pull up and paste that link directly into your chat. So 2 easy ways to go get that link, and I dare you to send it out to some people right now. Now, we just laid the foundation, but everything else in this video is just a delivery method for that link. So that brings me to our second point, is getting a QR code. Most of your best moments with a customer are not simply digital. They might be in a driveway, they might be in a kitchen, or at a front desk, and your customer's phone is just placed in their pocket. That is where the QR code comes in. Making one is genuinely free and it takes about 90 seconds. Any QR code generator will do it. You can paste the review link in and then download the image from there. There's two things that actually matter, and most people get both of them wrong. One, using a static QR code, not a dynamic one. A lot of generators push you towards dynamic QR codes because they can track scans and charge you monthly. The problem is with a dynamic QR code is that it routes directly to their server. If the company ever goes under or they stop paying, every sticker you printed, every lawn sign, every decal on your car you printed goes dead. A static QR code points directly at Google and works forever with no subscription. So use a static QR code. Number two, download it as an SVG or a high resolution PNG. If you grab a small low res version and then blow it up for a big decal on a truck, it goes blurry and sometimes the phones stop recognizing it, which is a problem. So get the vector or the biggest PNG offered, and then you can print it anywhere, any size, from a business card all the way to a truck decal. Now that's a simple QR code method, but where do we actually put it other than just on a business card or a truck? Well, let's think about for a minute. What do we look at many, many times a day and that other people are also able to look at? Well, for us, that's often our phone. Our phone has this amazing ability called a wallpaper, and on your wallpaper, you can put, guess what? A QR code. Set the QR code as the lock screen on your phone and your salesperson's phone, because now whoever's actually standing in front of the customer when the job ends can just show them that wallpaper and say, hey, would you be interested in giving us a quick review? I've often heard from people that they think it's strange until they use it once, because now the ask is completely different thing. The customer's happy, you're wrapping up the job, and you say, hey, would you mind doing this for us? And you just have to turn your phone around. All they have to do is point their camera at the lock screen, the review box opens up, and then 2 sentences later, you have a fresh review. Okay, now part 3 is timing, and nearly everybody gets this wrong in the same direction. Businesses that do ask usually ask 3 days later. By email, it gets ignored, and the business owner concludes that customers just don't leave reviews. But let's have a look at the email when it actually arrives. 3 days later, they're at work thinking about something else entirely. The job is a memory. Whatever they felt looking at that job is gone. So let's go through the walkthrough. After the handshake, the second they look at that finished driveway or that renovated bathroom, or they step off the scale after 3 months and they say, that's exactly what I wanted, the feeling is real. It's intense and it has a shelf life of about 4 minutes. 4 minutes later, they're thinking about dinner. There's a well-established principle behind this. Reinforcement works best when it's immediate. The closer the ask is to the moment, the stronger it lands. Delay it and it stops being a feeling and just becomes an errand. So the ask cannot live in an email because an email is by definition later. So for the 4-minute window, it has to be physical and it has to already be in the room. And that's exactly why you print the QR code. So let's run through some examples. Let's say you are a contractor or trades business. The truck door or your wallpaper, those are some fantastic places to put it. What about your invoice? People see that when they're paying, and that's also when the job is done. Slap one on there. For a gym or for a studio, the mirror at the front of the room, the wall behind the desk, the back of the membership card. For a restaurant or a retail business, the receipt holder, a table tent, maybe even putting a sticker on the product when they're leaving. And for any business with a front desk, a small standing place card where people are just sitting up, starting to get ready for whatever they're doing, put a little thing there, scan that QR code, give us a Google review. Make it easy for them. I cannot stress that enough. The person finding the job doesn't have to remember the review system. They just have to turn their phone around. They're already holding it in their hand and they're gonna always remember and always be reminded of it. So for my approach, low tech beats high tech constantly here. So here's what I want you to take away from this. None of this is actually that clever. There's no hack in this video. It's a link, it's a sticker, and it's a well-placed handshake. And the best part about this is that it works because no one's using it. Every owner already knows they should have more reviews, and that's not new information to anybody. But knowing it and then having something that produces reviews without you thinking about it are completely 2 different things. One is an intention, and the other is just a well-placed QR code on your wallpaper. So if you enjoyed the video and you're looking to implement this into your business and you just don't know how, you can go to the link in the description down below and book a free call with me where I'll be able to go ahead and work all these systems out for you. And also, like I always do with every client I work with, we go demo first. So if you come on that call, I'll already have the things prepared. So we're walking to a system that's already running, not just a conversation that we're blabbering back and forth on. Book a time that works best for you. Other than that, hope you got some value out of today's episode, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Peace.